What is good, everybody? What is good? It's your boy back finally. 2 weeks later, but nevertheless, we here. So this workout was 2 weeks ago, to be exact. I was just getting into my groove in the off season. Weight was starting to go up as far as in the gym. You know what I mean? Starting to feel good, get back to my old self again. Recomping not only physically but mentally after the, the loss in Junior USA. Things were going well. Now here, 2 weeks ago in this video, my calories were up. I was just getting acclimated to having, the calories being high. So my body was getting adjusted, but I was starting to feel my strength skyrocket. So right here, we went to cable crossover, just trying to put some blood into the muscle, getting a nice squeeze. I think maybe 12 to 15 reps. This is going to be open commentary, guys. I got 2 workouts on here, and I just want to touch base and really talk to you all and kind of have a visual in the background while I do so. So it's not going to be so much X's and O's. It's just what's going on in my life. So in detail, after the Junior USA, I just needed to deload and just go back to the drawing board as far as mentally, not only physically. I had a lot of things going on in my life, and I hate saying shit like this because it sounds like a fucking excuse, but it's nobody's fault except mine. For those of you who don't know, I fell flat on my fucking face at Junior USA, and it's because the look I brought at Kentucky Muscle came with a cost. I had to drop 7 pounds overnight, and I had to do it on my own prerogative at the last minute because the person who was directing me failed me. So, there's a price to everything you do in life. And though I brought the greatest look of my career to the stage of Kentucky Muscle, it came with the price that I could not pay. Because after that, my body was like, fuck you, I'm not going to be responsive. So needless to say, that was a Junior USA prep. So I did not bring my best. My body was being so stubborn. I was doing 6 days of cardio, fasted, almost an hour of cardio, on a stair climber, level 8, and my body was not budging. I just had a washed up, tired look to my physique, and it was all because I had to do something so extreme the night before the Kentucky Muscle. So I paid the price for that. It cost me my pro card. And I guess the good thing about that is I know why and what happened. And so I know how to readjust. And I can sit here thankfully and tell you that I feel great now. Physically, I feel great. Because when I was going to try to get ready for Junior Nationals after Junior USA, which is roughly about 4 weeks apart. Maybe a little bit more, and my body just wasn't wanting to cooperate at all. I felt like shit. My blood pressure was up. My body again was not responsive. So I finally listened to my body, talked it over with my coach, and I was like, my new coach, shout out to Tyler Betson, and we both agreed that we need to shut things down and get back to better health, and get in a better spot just in our personal life, and shoot for the North Americans. And it was the best decision I made because now, my body is super responsive. My calories are so high, but I'm still maintaining a very good body composition. I still have lines. My legs still have lines in them, which is something I've never had in the off season ever. I'm sticking to the plan. Everything is structured. You know what I mean? And I have 1 free meal, which that up to like 2. And I'm still rocking and rolling. My body is just absorbing it all. Look how tight my waist is. And you can still see lines in my legs. You know what I mean? And this is Saturday. So this is almost 2 weeks after the video you just saw, or the clips you just saw. And this is post pizza. If you happen to give a fuck, this is post pizza, guys. So you can see I'm still staying relatively tight, considering this is my peak off season, in the peak of my little mini off season. You know what I mean? So right, what you see now is I'm holding a shit ton of water. Like I said, I had pizza. So, which is refreshing for me because I've been doing this for a long time, so I know my body. So I know as soon as I get past that first week, I'm gonna lose all this water. You know what I mean? So we're gonna start hardcore prep on June the 26th, which is about a week out from now. And I know that I'm gonna lose a shit ton of water, and I'm gonna be right where I need to be, ahead of schedule. So I'm very, very anxious and excited in anticipation for that. So the same day I went and trained arms. Usually I never train arms by themselves, but I'm doing like almost a push-pull. So on pull, I didn't train buys that day, and on push, I didn't train tries that day. So I'm like, let me go in the gym, burn off a little bit of this pizza a little bit, and train arms by themselves, and kind of stimulate them a little bit by themselves. I haven't done it in a long time. So that's what I did. My arms is something I already have a lot of. It's already a dominant body part, so I don't really go too crazy on them. I build we build our programs around our weak points, right? That's bodybuilding, right? We want to be balanced. We want to be symmetrical. We want to be all these things. So, we assess our physique, and we structure our programs around our weak points. So I did a couple of basic movements after I got warmed up. As you see here, close grip bench press. You know what I mean? Because this is what built my arms back in the day. The tricep is 70% of your arm. So I did go relatively heavy on this compound movement. I think I went 275. And then I supersetted that with hammer curls with the dumbbells. I just went back to the basics, man. Basics work. And these are raw clips, guys. I ain't edit this shit. As you can see, it's shaky. Lindsay's I'm trying to teach her and train her how to be a camera person. You can see she still needs a little bit of instruction from time to time. We gonna get her up to speed though. She's in training. Bless her heart. We gonna get her there. So as you can see, I'm just doing some hammer curls. I'm just gonna build that brachialis and the long head of the bicep, and give that thickness from the side. So again, I'm just doing the basics right now, you know what I'm saying? But in the wise words of 7-time Mr. Olympia Lee Haney, I'm just trying to stimulate, not annihilate. You know what I mean? Like I said, arms is something I already have a lot of, so I didn't really want to kill it. But I did this, which is preacher curl. Get that peak. You can see my peak peaking. And I usually do this for my peak of the bicep, you know what I'm saying? I supersetted that with I believe tricep extension on a machine. So, I think after that I was done, man. Again, I just got in, just kissed it a little bit, just touched it a little bit. That's it. Stimulated it. Because, my arms is, like I said, it's a strong point. So I'm trying to get, everything else caught up with it, which I think I'm doing a good job, and I'm right there with it. Just need a little bit more detail in the quads, which y'all gotta stay tuned for my damn leg day. I posted it on IG today in my story. If you're not following me, Larry_Hill87 on IG. I posted my whole workout. But you can see I'm getting thick. Your boy's getting thick. And you know what I mean? I'm not show ready, but I'm hoe ready. Shout out to Chris Jones. But anyway, I'm going off here, and stay tuned for what happened to my fucking back. And I do go out to eat with my lady to have a good time. So I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Straight up.
So, I stopped to get something to eat. It's like what, our third day total? Second, maybe. So, I don't know, we're gonna see. Your boy's gonna try to get something different than the hamburgers. So we're gonna see how this shit goes. So, next clip you see, you know what I mean? If it's, comment below. So we're gonna do a bet. So comment below if I get a hamburger, then I'll do whatever bet gets the most likes. I'll do that if I get a hamburger. And I'll be honest too if I get it. So I'm trying to get something different. So we're gonna see how that goes.
It's so pretty. Like, it's such a pretty day too.
You gonna say hi to you too?
Oh, no.
Basically, I got a snack, as you can see. It's like 4 Doritos. Prime reason why I do not venture out and get other shit when I go to restaurants. You don't know what you're gonna get. If you get the same shit every time, then there's no problem. You know exactly what you're gonna get. You know it's gonna be good. And you know how much you're gonna get. Stay tuned if I get something else. I don't know. All right, so I cut it off. You know what I mean? Because I'm probably gonna have some ice cream later. Y'all pray for me because you know I got old man guts and shit. So it's either gonna be very good and have a happy ending, or it's gonna be very good and it's gonna be a bad ending. So I'm hoping to God that it's gonna be a good ending to a very good experience. So we shall see. We are at the waterfront downtown, Jeff, walking some of this food off. You can see it's a beautiful view. Right by the river. Can't really hear it, but some live music playing down there. You know what I mean? It's pretty smooth down here. But anyway, so that's what we're doing right now. So probably gonna walk a little bit of this food off and enjoy this scenery. Then, you know, we're gonna call it a night and go home and possibly have an alcoholic beverage or two. Definitely having a physique. So hold on. So I want y'all to comment below. If y'all know what a physique is, comment below. Apparently Lindsay works at an ice cream place.
No, you're giving hints.
And she does not know. She's never heard of what a physique actually is, which is kind of amazing to me because that means that's one more thing that I know that she doesn't, and that's even in her field of specialty, and I still know she doesn't. And wait for it, I know how to make it. So then, you know, I mean, that kind of puts me in the class all by myself. Your boy can do it all. Finally, wow, 2 weeks later, I'm making this the ending to this vlog. So if you noticed when I was doing a commentary on the last vlog, which was 2 weeks ago, I was saying that my back was feeling kind of fucked up. So let me give you some background on that. So about a month and a half ago, I was still in like prep for the Junior USA's. I noticed like when I would do Bulgarian split squats, like when I did it on my left, you know, my left leg being the working leg, I felt like a numbness in my hamstring. Didn't really think too much of it because it was very faint, but it was there. So fast forward to the last vlog, I did that back day, and when I would bend over to even pick up a weight or anything like that, it wasn't like I was feeling it a lot in my lower back, but I was feeling it a lot in my hamstring. It was like a numbing pain that I had, and so I was like, okay, this sucks, and I might have a slight impingement, but I didn't really know what it was. So when I went to bed that night, and then the next morning I woke up and my back was like super tight. So with that being said, I knew that it was something that I had like pulled. And judging, you know, I know my body very well. So then like I was listening to my body and like feeling where the pain is at to try to like pinpoint where exactly it's at. And I'm Googling at the same time my symptoms, and I'm like, okay, I have a pinched nerve. So I was actually at Lindsay's house, which is like 2 hours away. So then I left that day, and by the time I got home that next morning, it was bad. Like from then on out, I could barely sleep because as I'm laying in bed, I'm having that numbing pain like in my legs, and it made it very difficult for me to sleep and stay asleep. So I ended up getting like 200 milligram ibuprofen, and I got some muscle relaxers from my mom. So I would take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen and a muscle relaxer to function, and it got to that point. But so I did 3 days of that. On that third day, I actually wasn't in a lot of pain at all, but I'm like, okay, so let me try to do cardio and maybe work out. So I took the same concoction, and I felt good. So I'm like, let me go ahead and work out. I did shoulders. I'm like, I'm still feeling good. Let me do cardio. Did cardio. I'm like, this is weird. I'm not feeling any pain. So I went home and I was expecting, like, when I got home, I got settled, like the pain was gonna come back. It didn't come back. But I went ahead and went into a chiropractor the next day. He did a scan of my back, and sure enough, like, I had not only a slightly pinched nerve, I'm gonna get to that in a second, but I had a bulging disc. Now, he was saying that it's not as bad as what it sounds. It's a slight bulging disc, and he's like, considering how long you've been training, your back looks really good actually, as far as the alignment and what it looks like. But I had that bulging disc. I'm not a chiropractor, so I'm trying to explain it the best that I can. It's down low on my spine, and my piriformis muscle was so tight that it was on my sciatic nerve, and that's what was causing the numbness, like the numbing pain. So he showed me some stretches for that specifically, so I started doing those, and just a preventative measure at this point. Like I said, I was feeling better, so I'm still doing those to this day, and that's kind of where I'm at. So, you know, I eased my way back into the gym, my way back to, you know, because he did say before you do any heavy movements where it's going to loading type of pressure on your core, make sure that you do dead hangs and make sure you do these stretches beforehand. So I did that, and I'm doing that, and I haven't had any pain since. You know, knock on wood. So that's kind of where I'm at. About 11 weeks out from North Americans at this point. Still in the off season. Gonna put the foot to the, you know what I'm saying, get back on the gas next week, the 26th. And that's when I'm gonna start prep. I'm still staying relatively lean, as you all can see. I don't know if I'm gonna try to put some, at least pictures if nothing else, on this video so y'all can see where I'm at. Legs are still looking decent. I'm growing. My legs are growing. Like I said, I'm staying relatively lean, so I'm very happy about that. So this should be an easy prep, man. Like, I should be able to come in shredded, because I feel like I've recalibrated, so my body's responding. It's very responsive. Because even though I'm in the off season, I've been staying on plan and having one cheat meal a week, but even that, like, I'm still staying relatively lean. You know, my calories are up, and I'm still staying relatively lean. So that's showing me that my body's being responsive. Like, even after the cheat meals, you know, sometimes I lose weight. So that's a good sign. I'm not even doing hardly any cardio, so that's a good sign. So when I start implementing, you know, all these things back in, I should get tight very quick. So that's the plan. 10 weeks is a lot of time to be where I'm at. So looking to bring the best, you know, Kentucky Derby plus. So I think if I can do that and I can be shredded, I'm gonna be very hard to beat. I'll bring a package that's very hard to beat. So that is the plan. 11 weeks out. So stay tuned. I'm gonna be back on my fucking shit. So next week there will be a video coming out. Actually, for this week. This week there will be a video coming out. It's Monday, so I'm gonna have a video coming out this week. So I hope y'all enjoyed the vlog. Thanks for sticking around this long. Like the video, it helps me rank in YouTube's algorithm, so I can keep putting these videos out and get more of a following, more eyeballs, so I can grow my brand. So as always, I appreciate y'all, and like I always say, make your next move your best move and transcend your kingdom. We out.